This Perp back with another video, and I just got done watching The Little Mermaid starring Halle Bailey. And this movie had so much controversy going into it, going back to 2019 when they officially announced this movie, and people were just in an outrage. Mostly white people, mostly certain groups of people, especially on YouTube, just that are so anti-woke, whatever the fuck that means. Well, we know what that means, but then we get the trailer and there's just more fake outrage, and I'm glad that I got to see this for myself. And you see kind of the reception to it, or just the reactions to it now that it's out. It's pretty split down the middle, and I enjoyed myself. Now, I'm not the biggest Little Mermaid fan. Whenever I think of The Little Mermaid, I just think of the songs. Nobody really ever talks about the actual story. It's a very, generic story. This one is pretty generic for the most part. I would have to say that it's almost like a beat for beat remake of the original, but I will say the visuals to me is what really makes it kind of stand out, because instead of having a lot of like bright, vivid, flat colors and stuff like that, seeing like Ariel and just the way her design is, it's a little bit more attention to detail. You see in Halle's like hair how it's reddish and sometimes blondish, reddish. It's all these different colors, and it really pops. And they have like these reflective kind of scales on their skin, and all her sisters have these different kind of looks, and her fin has a lot more detail to it. Like I said, like if you've seen The Little Mermaid, you kind of already know where the story's going, where she is just very curious about the human world. And then we have Prince Eric, where he is, searching for the one girl that kind of saved his life, aka Ariel. It's pretty much by the numbers what you would expect to see out of a remake. But I think where it differs is just the attention to detail with certain things. And I know a lot of people are making a big fuss about how the underwater scenes look, and seeing it on the big screen, I saw this in IMAX, like the colors really pop, and I think the visuals are much better than most recent like Disney movies with CG that are really CG heavy. Obviously you could tell, but I don't think it's too jarring. Like, it's not like Wakanda Forever, Talakon, like bad, but it's solid. It's really solid. The colors pop. And the thing about these live action remakes, bringing these animated characters to life, especially like the animals, could be pretty jarring to some people. But to me, you get kind of used to it as the movie goes on. Like, I have no problem with Sebastian. I think Sebastian was really dope in this. Flounder doesn't have much of a role, and I could see that being a negative, because I know a lot of people like Flounder. Aquafina is definitely a negative for me. Her voice is just annoying to me. Very annoying, very obnoxious. She plays the bird, whatever. There are some songs. I think there are some original songs. I know Aquafina has like an original song. I don't know how people are going to feel about that. It's kind of like bringing in like that hip-hop vibe, and I don't think Aquafina was the one to do that. You could have just recasted her, or just brought somebody else in for that role to kind of make that fit. I do like the Caribbean vibe to this whole entire movie, you know what I'm saying? And just how colorful it is, especially when Ariel gets into the real world and whatnot. And just Halle Bailey's performance was incredible. She's fucking beautiful. She really brought her own style to this version of Ariel. She doesn't try to mimic like word for word. She has her own type of voice, and congrats to her, because I think she was the biggest standout. Another negative though to me, but it's also a positive, like I like Melissa McCarthy as Ursula. I thought she was really dope, but very underused. And the third act just kind of felt pretty rushed, where the first two acts, like, it was taking its time, kind of pacing it out, and then like all of a sudden it just picks up the pace, and then the movie's kind of over. But yeah, definitely go check this out for yourself and let me know how you feel about it. Don't go listening to a bunch of those certain YouTubers and whatnot. Make that decision for yourself on how you want to kind of, you know, determine how you feel about this movie. Stop looking at Rotten Tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? We gotta just watch things for your own kind of point of view. You know what I'm saying? And let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments below. Till next time, I will see y'all in the next video.